Welcome to Help Campus. We're going to give you a quick video here to show you how to navigate this system and also to show you all the things that the system can do for you. This is your dashboard. That's where you're going to come to when you first start at home. On the left, you'll see your name, your membership, and when it expires. Down here, any updates, tips. These are all things that you can click on if you'd like to. Here's your dashboard. You can always click to resume where you were last working. And then we have the ability to go to blueprint modules, mock exams, cram cards, your gradebook, your transcript, your profile, and of course you can contact us if you need us. You can also navigate on the top, the modules, just the notes, exams, flashcards, grades, transcript, etc. We're going to go through all these things and show you how to use them. You see if I hover over transcript and then profile password, you see how it says reset course content? If at any point you want to reset your progress, so let's say you've done 50% of cardio and 75% and you're like, I just want to start all over. If you click reset here, it will bring you to a page where you can then click on what you want to reset. So you'll get to this page. Again, very important that once you click any of these buttons, that's it. We cannot retrieve your data. So let's say I wanted to reset endocrinology back to 0. If I click this button, endocrinology will be back to 0. All my progress will be deleted. So that's just something to think of as you guys work forward. If you feel that you would like to do that, you can do that at any time. So let's start to move forward through the program and what you can do. And we're going to start with modules here. And now modules will be, of course, the main crux of the course. And you can see that everything is broken down by the blueprint modules here. So for example, cardiology. You can see my progress is tracked as we talked about. And if I go to cardiology, I see that the first thing I will find at every single module is an anatomy and 3D model page. If I click on this, I will have a variety of 3D models that I can choose from and use. The 3D models allow you to navigate. You can then spin them, zoom in and out of them, etc. So have fun with the 3D models. After you've clicked on it and looked at it, it will be complete. So you see it said not completed before. In this case, a simple heart anatomy 3D model. I can move with my mouse. I can zoom in. I can also click on anything I want and it will tell me what it is. Okay? So these are both anatomical as well as physiological models. Now you notice that once I'm in a module, I can also navigate on the left here. So I could go back to where I was, or if I wanted to, I can navigate just on the left anywhere in the entire cardiology module. But I am going to go ahead and go back so we can go back to the cardiology module. Each of our cardiology, endocrinology, pulmonary modules, etc. are broken down into small bits of information. In other words, here you're just going to study coronary artery disease. Here, just cardiomyopathy. Here, just infectious inflammatory heart disorders. So the way it works is when you click one of these small pieces of information, there's a 5-step system that we have to help you learn and retain, most importantly, the information. So here we are in the coronary artery disease section. There are 5 steps: a recall challenge, a video, a section synopsis slide, the answers to the recall challenge, and then a small quiz at the end. So if we start with the recall challenge is exactly as it says. It's a way of teasing your brain. Do you know a lot about this or not? Are there things that you should be thinking about as you watch the video? You're just going to click through here and say, do I know this? Read the question. Do I know that or do I not? Where are you? It's very important to identify what you know, but it's also very important to identify what you don't know. I can just click next step here if I want, or I can navigate on the left. This will bring me to the video. This video is specifically just on coronary artery disease. The videos are short, 30 minutes at the max, maybe a couple minutes more. You're going to play the video and listen to the expert on coronary artery disease. After that, you can review the chart. Okay, there's a chart here. Review the chart. It's not everything you need to know, but it's a lot of things you do need to know. At this point, we would now be able to hopefully get these answers correct. So we're going to review the answers to the recall challenge. Do you know this now? All right. And then the last step, step 5, is a matter of doing the quiz, which you will be graded and scored, and you will be able to get this in your quiz book. So click on the quiz, start quiz here, and just answer the questions true or false. When you're done, click finish, and from that point forward, you will then have your grades. I'm going to show you where that is. This is how our entire system works. The 5-step system is extremely important to cementing your knowledge and making sure you can recall it, as well as everything that you need to know for your exam. So another place I'd like to show you now is just the notes. In those short videos, our experts are showing you clinical test taking and going over all of the specifics about each one of these topics. And as they're doing it, they're reviewing the information. Now, we don't use PowerPoint. We use a very special way of delivering the information that you're going to see. But if you wanted to view that information on your own and not necessarily listen to a video, and all you wanted to do is just look at that, you can go through all of the notes. This is the same thing that expert was using when doing the EKG video, for example. You're just clicking through it. Okay, so that's another thing you can do if you'd like. While you're in anything like this where it's white, if you go to the right and it says your name, hover over your name, you now have a new drop down that you can use if you'd like to navigate here too. So let's do that to now move on to exams. So I've shown you how to go through the modules. Now we've talked about how to review all the notes pages. The exams here, we're talking about our mock exams. There's over 1,500 questions here written by people who wrote for the NCCPA. And you can take them in a variety of ways. You can take by category. So take all the cardiology questions or all the pulmonary questions. You can do it in tutor mode. In tutor mode now, you're going to take the mock exams that I'm going to show you in a moment. And you can take them in a way that every single time you click an answer, it will give you the answer immediately and an explanation and tell you if you're right or wrong. And then you can do the actual mock exams. These are 25 tests, 60 minutes each, 60 questions broken down just like the blueprint. So let me show you how the Quizmaker works. It works the same for all of them. In this case, if I took mock 1, this would be 60 questions. Now they're the same 60 questions, but they do randomize. So if you took it again, let's say you went 1 through 25 and you went back to 1, it would have been now 6 weeks, let's say, since they're randomized. You can take this quiz again, or test, and see if you've hopefully improved at that point, which you should have from prior. You also will be emailed the results of this exam. So what you do is you just choose what you think may be right. Again, I'm just clicking. I'm sure I'm probably wrong. I'm not looking to see if I'm getting the right answer. And then you move. If you'd like to review the question and come back later, click it here and then move on. Come back to that later, okay? You'll see that you're timed, just like the real test. On the others I mentioned, you're not timed. If we finish this exam now, okay, so obviously you're going to do better than I did just clicking and not paying attention, right? So here it will tell you, let's say you got an 84 out of 100%, but then in cardiology you got a 62, and dermatology you got a 44. This is very important. Let's say you got a 75 in this test. The 25% you got wrong are very important to identify because you want to make sure that you correct those deficiencies. So if you scroll down and go to view questions, you can now see where you got wrong. So if I got this wrong, as I did by clicking transiently and not looking, I know this is wrong. The right answer was green, and here's an answer for how and why. So figure out why you got wrong is very important. Again, so where was I? I was in exams. So now let's go to flashcards. Another thing that you have for yourself, 2,800 flashcards here. Every key association in our entire program has been weeded out by our experts and put into a flashcard. So there are 2,800 flashcards here, and these are just quick associations. So it also allows you to be able to do something very quickly when you only have a few minutes. If there's more than 75, which there are for everything, these are decks of 75 cards. So if you're on 225, you don't have to keep fast forwarding. Let's say I picked deck 1. You'll see this open up and say click to enter cram cards. Go ahead and click that. Okay, now here's your cards. So we just answer the question. What do you think if a child is frequently squatting? TET spells, right? Click. And these are great to just review and find out where you're weak in your knowledge base. So good thing to run through these with a piece of paper next to you, and whatever you don't know, just write that simple statement down. So that was now flashcards. So we went through modules, just the notes, exams, and flashcards. This is the core group of everything that's in our system. And now if you want to see how you're doing, or if your program, if you're a student, wants you to send them a transcript, you can click on transcript and your transcript will pop up. In this case, it will tell the progress, whether you've completed something, whether you're in progress, or how much you've done of the sessions here. You can also look at your grades. So if I click on grades here, it will tell you how you're doing overall. But if you see, once you've taken a bunch of the tests or the little quizzes, like the end of module quizzes, you see this little triangle? Now this will show me my grades on each one of the quizzes. Okay, so this is obviously a dummy account, so we're using this to show. But for example, what it will say on your account, it might say coronary artery disease, 74%. Infective inflammatory disorders, it's 62%. And it will show you the highest grade you've been able to achieve. Now, if you need to print your gradebook, this is very important. If you need to print your gradebook for your program or otherwise, come to where it says expand all. Click this once. Right click and print this. Print it as a PDF and you will get the entire gradebook printed out. Okay, so that's how you're going to print that. Now if you want to print your transcript, so here on the transcript, here's a print button. You're going to print, and immediately it will allow you to print your transcript as well. Other things that you have here, of course, contact. You can contact us if you need anything. You can renew your access for $75 a month once it expires. Of course, you can log out. If you need to look over your profile, your password, you can review this as well. Again, remember that's where the reset course content is. If you want to do that, you can always change your password if you'd like here. Put the password, make sure it matches, and click Save All Changes. I hope this has really helped you see the base of the way our system works and how to navigate. Of course, you can find more just searching around on your own. Enjoy the system. Please reach out if you need any help. We're always here to help.